we are going to start a new chapter, that is tissue. In the earlier class we learned about cell. हम लोगों ने सेल के बारे में अच्छी तरह जानकारी ली. We know about cells. We know about the different organelles of the cell. We have also studied about unicellular and multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms, कोई भी एग्जाम्पल आप ले लीजिए, जैसे अमीबा है. अमीबा के अंदर जितने भी लाइफ प्रोसेसेस होते हैं और एनी मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटीज टेकिंग प्लेस, that takes place in the same cell. Like nutrition is there, respiration is there, excretion is there. All the activities or all the life processes, they take place inside the same cell. So these are unicellular organisms. But this does not happen in multicellular organism. बता सकते हैं क्यों? Because multicellular organisms, they have got many cells. Now let us take the example of human beings. We human beings, we have got millions of cells inside our body. Now what these millions of cells will do? They do particular type of function. So many cells joining together to form a tissue. So today we are going to take a chapter, that is tissue. Now many cells will join together and form a tissue. These tissue, they have got a common origin and a common function. So tissue is the term that was coined by Bichat. It was termed by Bichat. And the study of tissue is known as histology. Study of tissue is known as histology. So this is known as histology. Now this term was given by Mayer. So histology term was coined by Mayer. Now let us define tissue properly. So the proper definition of tissue can be a group of cells which have a common origin and perform a common function is known as tissue. So many tissues, they join together and form organ, and many organs, they join together to form a organ system, and many organ systems, they make a whole body work, that is an organism. So this is known as hierarchy of cells. Now let us see the hierarchy of cells. Cells, many cells, they join together to form tissue. That means many cells giving rise to tissue. Many tissues performing similar functions and having similar origin, they give rise to organ. This is organ. And many organs together, they make the organ system. So many organs together will make the organ system. And many systems working together. Like we have got the digestive system, we have got the respiratory system, the transport system inside our body, the nervous system, endocrine system, and there are so many systems. They give rise. All the systems, they work together and make an whole organism, that is a body of an animal. So many systems giving rise to an organism. This whole is known as hierarchy of cell. So we have seen the hierarchy of the cell. Cells joining together to give rise to tissues, tissues to organs, organs to organ system, and organ system working together to make an organism. Now, in a multicellular organism, all the organs or organ systems, they do particular type of work. Suppose we have to move our hand. What type of muscles or what type of tissues will work? The muscular tissues or the tissues that make the hand or the legs, they help in the locomotion or the movement of the hands and legs. What I mean to say is that particular type of tissues, they perform particular function, or particular type of tissues, they help particular type of organs and organ system to perform certain work. So this is known as division of labor. So this is known as division of labor. So multicellular organisms, a distinct division of labor is seen. All the organs, they perform certain type of work. To make this term division of labor more clear, let us take the example of a class. Students in a class, they are made to learn and the teacher teaches. So this is a distinct work of the students to learn, to acknowledge and to gain knowledge. And the teacher's work is to give knowledge to maintain the class. So this is known as division of labor. So this is a distinct character of multicellular organism. Now we know the definition of tissue. We know what is the hierarchy of the cell. We know what is division of labor. Now what is the function of the tissue? There are many functions. First is it gives a multicellular organism the division of labor. Because of the division of labor, multicellular organisms are able to perform their functions with efficiency, and this gives a better survival chances to the multicellular organisms. Now the next question is, do the plants and the animals have same types of tissues? So are the plants and the animals made up of same tissues? Made up of same type of tissues. We have seen the functioning of the plants and animals. The cells of the plants and animals, they are almost same in plants and animals. The life processes are also same, but they are not made up of same type of tissues. Why the plants and the animals not made up of same type of tissue? The answer is there is a difference in their organization and the lifestyle. You must have seen, all of you must have observed, the plants are stationary. Plants चलते नहीं हैं, एक ही जगह में रहते हैं. Animals, they keep on moving. Animals move in the search of food, shelter, mate. So they need energy to perform all these functions. But the plants are stationary. They do not move. What they need is mechanical strength and mechanical support. Majority of the plant tissues, they are made up of dead cells. These dead tissues, they give mechanical support to the plant. If we see the structural organization of the animals and the plants, the animals have got a more complicated organization and structure, and plants have got a very simple organization. If we see the organs and the organ system and the structural organization of the animals, it is more complicated than the plants. Plants have got a very simple mechanism of feeding and a very simple mechanism of different life processes, because they are not moving, they are stationary. And animals, because they have to search their own food, they have got a more complicated structure. This means they have got more number of tissues to help them in functioning. Now let us come to and see the growing pattern, the growth pattern of the plants and the animals. The animals, they grow for a certain period in their life, but the plants keep on growing. This means that they have got meristematic tissues present in the apexes of the shoot and the roots. At certain parts of the plant, the meristematic tissues or the growth tissues are present, which keeps on growing. But animals, the number of cells are limited and division of cell takes place till a certain time. That means the growth is for a limited period or for a certain time. Seeing the growth pattern of the plants, plants have got two types of tissues, the meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues.